Okay, I will start my presentation. Hello to everybody. I'm Alinka Shalay-Lach, and I come from University of Ljubljana from the Faculty of Natural Sciences and Engineering. So the Faculty of Natural Sciences and Engineering is a kind of unique within the universities of Ljubljana, as we are working in the field of natural sciences, engineering, and arts. Despite the diversity of our study programs, materials are common to all studies, as we deal with the processing of almost all types of raw materials. Our faculty combines 6 different departments. Those are geology, geotechnology, mining and environment, materials and metallurgy, textile, graphic arts, and textile and fashion design. We have 4 higher professional programs: geotechnology and mining, metallurgical technology, textile and clothing engineering, and graphic and media technology. All those 4 higher professional programs last 3 years, and you get 180 ECTS. University program is available on all study programs. You can enroll in geology, geotechnology and environment, materials engineering, textile and clothing planning, textile and clothing design, graphic and interactive communication. All the university program lasts 3 years, and you get 180 ECTS. If you have finished a bachelor degree, you could continue studying for a master's degree of geology, geotechnology, materials and metallurgy, textile and clothing planning, textile and fashion design, graphic and interactive communication. Master degree program lasts 2 years, and you get 120 ECTS. After masters, of course, you can continue to PhD studies. We have 3 pre-doctoral degree studies: built environment geology, material science and engineering, and textile engineering, graphic communication, and textile design. PhD studies last 4 years, and you get 240 ECTS. We have some limitations regarding the number of students enrolled into the program. The minimum number of students in bachelor degree for geology and materials engineering is 15 students, and for master degree for geology and textile clothing planning, at least 5 candidates, and geotechnology, materials and metallurgy, at least 10 candidates. During studying the Faculty of Natural Science and Engineering, students are involved in various research projects. We have a lot of field and laboratory work. We have very good collaboration with the companies. Students are working in small groups. We have personal approach to students. Also, the Faculty of Natural Science and Engineering holds the certificate Athletes Friendly Education, awarded by the Olympic Committee of Slovenia for the promotion of activities in the field of dual career of athletes. Firstly, I will present you the Department of Geology. Why study geology? Geology is one of the basic natural sciences investigating the planet Earth, also called earth science. Geology is the study of the structure, evolution, and dynamics of the Earth and its natural mineral and energy resources. The work of geologists is very diverse and covers various fields such as mineralogy, petrology, sedimentology, geological mapping, structural geology and tectonics, paleontology, environmental geology, geochemistry, geomorphology, volcanology, and seismology, engineering of geology, and more. So we are the only institute offering the study of geology in Ljubljana. Our special features are that we work with microscopes in special computer rooms. We have a lot of laboratory and field work. We have recently completely renovated facilities. That's why we have laboratories with state-of-art equipment. We have exhibition of collection of minerals, rocks, fossils. We have various analytical equipment, all major geological software. We have 3D geological modeling, study rooms, drone, etc. and etc. Well, what are the job opportunities of geologists after getting a bachelor degree? They are very varied and sometimes very unusual. You can employ in scientific institutions, in construction companies, infrastructure companies, materials companies, science-oriented laboratories, groundwater and geothermal companies, landslide and torrent mitigation facilities, institutions dealing with earthquakes, institutions dealing with the environment, institutions dealing with natural heritage conservation and restoration, and with institutions dealing with geotourism. Did you know that the first geologist to set foot on the moon was Harrison Smith, PhD, who was part of Apollo 17 mission? And did you know that rubies and sapphires are rarer than diamonds? Join us at the Geology Studies at the Faculty of Natural Sciences and Engineering. So if you're interested in learning more about geology, follow us on social media and visit our website. Well, the second department is Geotechnology, Mining and Environment. Why study geotechnology, mining and environment? Are you interested in how road or rail tunnels and other underground structures are made, or waste from households and industry where are safely deposited, and how a borehole is drilled, and how mineral resources are found and how they can be made useful? If you want to know the answer to those questions, geotechnology, mining and environment is the study for you. In general, geotechnology deals with construction of underground structures such as tunnels, metros, or underground garages. Foundations of structures where soil must be detailed, investigated before the design phase of foundation. Drilling of all kinds of wells, such as exploratory water of geothermal wells. Mineral resources, which are extracted in underground or surface mines, are important for energy, industrial and civil engineering sector. So it is very important to investigate the soil in detail for structure foundations. Only after that we can design a good foundation for every structure. With drilling, we want to get the energy of mineral resources from the earth crust. There are huge potentials in geothermal resources, so geothermal energy will play an important role in the future. Extraction and processing of mineral resources is also very important. Currently, the most wanted element to extract all over the world is lithium, due to the future of electric mobility. All mentioned areas are technical disciplines dealing with research, design, and implementation of activities in earth crust. And of course, the environment is key topic in the 21st century. In the study process, students meet with the technologies that they can contribute to the conservation of clean environment. The graduates who have finished the study program have the job opportunity in enterprises dealing with geotechnological, civil engineering, or mining activity. They can also work in the field of extracting natural energy resources and protecting the environment. Our graduates have the possibility to become certificate engineers and consequently participate in the construction of public or private infrastructure projects, such as, for example, Karavanke Tunnel, which is 8 kilometers long and is the longest tunnel in Slovenia and connects Slovenia and Austria. So did you know that the world's deepest bare hole so far measures 12 kilometers in depth? And did you know that the Earth's surface is becoming very laden due to the human everyday activities? This is environmentally and sustainably completely unacceptable, and some activities need to be moved into underground structures. On the other hand, the humankind has proven with the moon landing that we can reach hundreds of thousands of kilometers above the Earth's surface. Therefore, lowering below the surface of the Earth for a few 10 kilometers is a substantially more difficult job to do. So if you're interested in learning more about geotechnology, mining, and environment, follow us on our social media and, of course, visit our website. And now I will represent you the Department of Materials and Metallurgy. Why study materials and metallurgy? Because the study interdisciplinary connects the fields of materials and complementary sciences for the understanding, designing, and production of existing and newly developed materials or technological processes. And because students gain the knowledge about the structure, properties, and fabrication of metallic, polymeric, ceramic, and composite materials. If you look around, you notice that on every step we see different materials: metal, polymer, ceramic, and composite materials. In areas such as household appliance and transportation, energy, construction, food industry, military, maritime, and space industry, all these areas are dealing with materials and metallurgy, and all the areas you will be able to get a job after graduation at home or abroad. Definitely an important area of materials and metallurgy is automotive industry. Several factors influence the choice of material use in the automotive industry, such as safety, fuel efficiency, environmental protection, manufacturing process, durability, and quality. Advanced materials are undoubtedly the basis of making the latest cars with less weight and improved safety. The development of materials is also extremely important in the field of aviation and maritime industry. The development of metallic materials resistant to external influences, that means that materials are corrosion resistant, is very important. And of course, in medicine, the use of biocompatible metallic materials for implants is very widespread. The latest metallic materials with shape memory, for example, are used for vascular stents. Such stents are soft and flexible at room temperature, but when inserted into the body, they become solid due to the transformation in the material and enabling the veins to provide sufficient support. Of course, metals are also used in dentistry for dental implants and dental appliances. In today's information age, communication with the most remote parts of our planet is possible because of new materials developed for communications, especially for communications. Department of Materials and Metallurgy initiated the establishment of the Space Center which launched the first Slovenian satellite into space in 2020. Therefore, we also have a satellite control room in our facilities. The satellite is used for Earth observation and for demonstration purposes. We are observing its materials durability in space. Materials for space technology are extremely important. If there is any problem in space, it is most likely due to the failure of the material. Among the satellite control room, which is certainly a special feature, we have modern equipped laboratories in which the laboratory work is done in small groups, only up to 10 students. Students can work on applied research projects during their studies. There is a lot of excursion to different companies all over the Europe. And our students achieve top results in world competitions in metallurgy and materials. At the latest student competition, Steel Challenge of the World Steel Association, our students became world champions in steel making. And the competition was held in Mumbai, India. The Department of Materials and Metallurgy is also very proud of our exhibition, The Song of Metal, which is now available in the department's premises. There are many companies that need top experts in the field of metallurgy and materials, as all products are made from materials. Many companies offer initiative scholarship due to the lack of professionals. The nature of their studies being interdisciplinary. Graduates are employable in various fields. They are primarily responsible for technology, where they independently solve technological problems of production. Graduates may find employment in metalworking companies, research and educational institutions, and small businesses and administration. And did you know that gold does not corrode and is therefore suitable metal for jewelry? And that the historical periods of humanity are named after the dominant material of the time, such as stone, copper, bronze, iron. Join us at the Materials and Metallurgy Studies at the Faculty of Natural Sciences and Engineering, and follow us on our social media or visit our website. And the next is Department of Textiles. Why study textiles? We are one of the few institutions in Europe which comprehensively covers all areas of production and use of textile and clothing in study programs. The study is very interdisciplinary and connects the textile and clothing technology with science and textile design. And if you study textile, you'll become a textile engineer. What does a textile engineer do? A textile engineer develops new materials, improves the properties of existing materials, and takes care of environmental compliances and protection. Our students get knowledge and competencies in the field of textile, raw materials, mechanical and chemical textile technologies, textile care, clothing technologies, management, quality control, ecology, textile traditions, and much more. Teachers dedicate themselves to students and respect their desires and interests. Students can get involved into state-of-the-art research in the field of textiles. With the acquired knowledge, students and graduates can contribute to the design of sustainable and responsible attitude towards nature and human beings. And at the textile department, we encourage creativity, cooperation, and joy to this industry. The textile engineer works in various fields. The automotive industry is one of the largest consumers of textiles, technical textiles. In the automotive industry, textiles are used for seat covers, vehicle cabin interiors, airbag fabrics, etc. Textiles in the automotive industry are also for composite materials. Textile composites are also in the hulls of airplanes and sailboats. Textiles are also used for ropes, sails, and the interiors of airplanes and sailboats. Composites are made from carbon, glass, and aramid fibers. Textiles are also used in construction and architecture, or as various textile constructions or composite materials to reinforce the straightened concrete. Geotextiles are an important element in the construction of roads, compacting and consolidating the terrain. Textiles are also used in agriculture for making greenhouses. Textiles are also very important and useful in medicine. They are found in the form of surgical garments, sanitary materials, artificial veins, implants, biomedical meshes. Textiles are also used in the footwear industry for the inner and outer parts of the shoes. In addition to the fashionable look, clothing should also protect the body in extreme conditions. Technically advanced textiles are used by firefighters, soldiers, and others who work in extreme conditions. They're made of non-flammable and bulletproof materials. In addition to producing new high-tech materials, textile engineers are also engaged in researching the past, the history of textiles, and cultural heritage. Textile engineers conduct also research in the field of mechanical and chemical functionalization of textile materials. For example, water repellent, fire retardant, and antibacterial properties can be added to ordinary cotton fabric. The fusion of textiles and electronics is reflected in electronic textiles. The advantages of such textiles is that they're flexible, soft, and adaptable in shape, and of course, smart. After graduation, as you can imagine, textile engineers can be employed in a variety of fields. In textile companies, companies in the clothing industry, leather processing industry, sales and consulting about textile products, field of technical textiles, museums, theaters, public administration, services such as dry cleaners and laundries, educational and of course educational institutions. Did you know that there are smart textiles which respond to the changes in the environment? And did you know that the textile industry is one of the largest world industries? Join us at the Textile Studies at the Faculty of Natural Sciences and Engineering, and follow us on our social media and visit, of course, our website. And now graphic arts. What is graphic arts and why study graphic arts? You should study graphic arts because a world without graphic arts would be boring and colorless. Because good printing and finishing knowledge is the key to the excellent design. And because the packaging protects our products from being damaged. And because a good corporate design requires good photographs and appropriate typographic solution, carefully selected graphic materials, and the design of innovative advertising campaign to stand out among other companies. One of the main topics of the study are graphic materials. Paper is important, of course, and cardboards. If you don't use the right materials, the colors won't stick. And knowledge about materials is crucial for printing. You have to know your materials before you can use them. You can print RFID badges and antennas. These are the things that beep if you want to steal something from the shop. And Braille is made with print as well, or embossed, which is a type of finishing graphic products. And you can even print with inks that change their color when exposed to another temperature. And did you know did you notice that did you ever buy something just because it looked nice? Yes, well, we are all a bit of consumer that way. Packaging is a field that is constantly growing, and it's important for your product to stand out from the shelves in the shop. We now already know that it's important which material to choose, and here we learn how to construct the packaging so it protects the object inside. But without nice colors on the packaging, who would buy it? Colors are important. Some are more, others less pleasant. And did you know that we often know brands just by their colors? Can you imagine Coca-Cola being purple or Milka red? Of course not. Well, printing isn't 2D anymore. 3D printing is more and more popular, and I'm sure you already know quite a bit about it. But do you know how to correctly prepare a model to be printed? Or did you know that you can scan an actual object and software will turn it into a printable 3D model? Well, you still have to do some correction, but it's still kind of amazing. A face can still be shown in 2D in the form of photography. We have an amazing photography studio with professional lighting. Photography is not just Instagram. It can be far more complicated. It has so much to do with appropriate lighting and angles. Here are some photos of our student who works with Cosmopolitan regularly. If you want to be a graphic designer, you also need to know about typography, either to design the actual letters or just how to use them, which letters to use for print and which for websites. There actually is a difference in the way we read things on different platforms. And when you know all about it, then you can design interesting shapes. Our students design themes for Huawei phones, the ecological packaging for some jewelry, and so on and so on. And websites, of course. You know how annoying it is when a website looks the same on the computer and on your phone. And you cannot click anything on the phone since everything is too small. We teach you how to make things responsive and how to design things that are user-friendly. So did you know that the packaging is one of the main marketing media? And did you know that Professor Igor Grabec, who invented 3D printing and patented a three-dimensional laser recorder, is a Slovenian? So if you liked at least one of those slides, come and check us out on our social media and on our website. And the last department is textile and fashion design. Why study textile and fashion design? Because we are the leading higher education institution in the field of textile and fashion design, playing a significant role in contemporary fashion design in Slovenia. Because during studies, students acquire a broad range of skills in the field of fashion, textile and accessorized design, styling, painting, drawing, video, graphic design, visual art theory, history of clothing, photography, etc. And of course, it's a highly fulfilling career for people with a creative mind and adventurous spirit. Every year also the best student works are presented at many exhibitions, fashion works, social networks, and the latest equations of the Department of Textile and Clothing Design, the online platform Cotofolio, where you can see the results of the various projects and activities that we carry out as part of the study. The final fashion shows have been held in recent years as part of the Ljubljana's Fashion Week, or are organized independently by the department. The profession of clothing designer requires versatility, ingenuity, curiosity. Each student has an opportunity to explore the areas that interest them most during their studies. Some choose to focus more on women's wear, others in the field of men's fashion, and even on specialized collections. One of our students received a jury award for one of the best student collections for the collection of clothing for pets and their owners. Students often work with outside collaborators such as local communities, cooperatives, artisans, interpreters, artists. An example of this is a creative and stylic design of the fashion editorial Re-Expecting the Roots, the final production of our student in collaboration with Slovenian company Rex Kral and Slovenian fashion designers. A good example is also collaboration with Huawei, where students had to design innovative phone cases, and cooperation with Slovenian distributor of sandals, Deva, with the fashion accessories one subject. Among fashion design, textile design is one of the major subjects of the degree, in which students also require various knowledge in minor subjects. These include textile dyeing, knowledge of textile materials and manufacturing techniques, such as knitting, weaving, non-woven fabrics. In the design of both clothing and textiles, great attention is paid to sustainable design principles. As part of studies, they also learn about the profession of custom designer and acquire skills that enable them to work in this field. Our graduates cooperate successfully with world-renowned fashion brands such as Sports 1961, Alexander McQueen, Stella McCartney, Levine, Cerruti Art, Prada, Givenchy, Dior, Armani, Moschino, Burberry, and so on. Based on their exquisite skills in digital design, they are also required by studios dealing with graphic design, 3D modeling, and visualization. The entry exam is needed for the enrolling in textile and fashion design study, and it takes 2 days, and it is divided into 4 sections. First section is drawing and painting a dressed human figure, a test of understanding space, proportions, compositions, anatomy, light, and shadows, color and texture. The second section is fashion design collection, a test of understanding of fashion sketch and visual articulation. The third is textile design collection, a 2-dimensional design test, composition, color, material. And the fourth is examination of knowledge in the field of fashion and textile design and ability to verbally articulate. You have an interview. The tests are held on 7th and 8th of July. Did you know that Queen Victoria was the first woman to ever wear a white wedding dress. Before that, white was the assigned color for grieving. And did you know that Coco Chanel's little black dress, which appeared in 1926, was compared to the Ford Model T car because of its practicability and simplicity? If you're interested in learning more about fashion design and textiles, follow us on our social media and our website. Something about application dates. Just a second. The application deadlines are for bachelor and single cycle master degree programs for candidates of EU member countries. The first application period is from 15 February to 18 of March. And the second application period is from 19 to 23rd of August. And the application period for still available places will be from 22nd to 23rd of September. And for the candidates of, for the candidates of non-EU countries and Slovenians without Slovenian citizenship, first application period will be from 15th of February to 12th of April. And the second application period will be from 5th to 6th of September. Here are the contacts of the student offices of Department of Textile, Graphic Arts and Design, and the student office of Geology, Geotechnology, Mining and Environment, and Materials and Metallurgy. And the international office for which I'm responsible, you have also contacts here. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Here are some links to social media and our email addresses. We are very diverse faculty, as you can see, so I hope each of you found something that interests you. Maybe this will help you make your decision to come to Ljubljana and the University of Ljubljana easier, that Ljubljana is the best European destination for 2020. Thank you again. And if you have any questions, you are free to ask. Any questions? Okay.